Hey, Ken. Tish James is speaking. Let Tish James speaking. Zohran should probably speak soon.
I see the courage that is embodied in Zohran. And that's why I am supporting him. He is a leader fighting for a better future for this city. And he, like me, knows what it's like to be attacked, to be called names, to be threatened, to be harassed. And each and every day he wakes up with this fire in his belly because he wants to build a better New York. He recognizes that justice is more than just a word. That justice must be made real. That there are people struggling each and every day in the city. And all you have to do is drive around in the city and see all of the lines in the food pantries. And all of those who are just trying to put their nickels together to make ends meet. He's a leader who recognizes the pain and the struggle of countless number of New Yorkers. Those in public housing tonight that are dealing with the conditions in public housing. Those who have to go to housing court tomorrow and face the possibility of being evicted. Those who cannot find childcare. Those who can't afford the groceries. Those who can't afford all of the luxuries that most children get. Those low-income children struggle every day. I've seen it for far too long. And I am supporting someone, this young man, who believes in the same values that I believe in, who recognizes that he is of the people, and who recognizes that we've got to change the way that we do politics in this city. Someone who believes in his heart of hearts that there is a way to raise up all boats and to make sure that this is a city for all of us and not just the rich. And so I'm with Zohran. Let's knock on those doors. Let's hand this and talk to our neighbors and tell them the good news. And let's lift up the spirits of those individuals who have been left behind, who don't believe in the sunshine of opportunity, who don't believe in access, who don't believe in politics. Let's convince them that we are about to elect a man who believes in their future. Hopeless and left out and ignored. Tell them that they are not alone, that we stand with them. Tell them that they are more powerful than they really know, and that their voices will be heard at the ballot box, and that he who endures shall conquer. We will shape the future that we can all deserve. Because now, yes, is our time. So, let's elect a man who believes in that future. A man who really believes in that future. A man who wakes up each and every day thinking how he can improve and build a future for all of us. He's a fighter for a better day. A man who believes in big dreams for all of us. If you believe in Zohran, and if you believe in, again, making sure that all of us will be okay, and right now I need all of you to make some noise. Mayor of the city of New York,
guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Put a 1 if you can. Put a 2 if you cannot hear me.
My name is Zohran. I'm running for mayor. Why is he not?
Because I don't believe in the system anymore.
Anymore. So did you believe in it at one point?
Yes.
My name is Zohran.
Put a 1 if you can hear me.
I'm here because I grew up in New York City and I
Put a 1 if you can
afford to
hear
live
me.
here.
I am so sick and tired of having politicians.
Thank you, Gail. Hear me still?
It's Zohran Mamdani.
Guys, can you hear me?
That goes beyond what we just expect out of a regular politician. People are looking for politics that actually lead somewhere.
According to the latest polls, former Governor Andrew Cuomo is way ahead.
Governor Andrew Cuomo is in the lead with 38% of voters. A surprising second is New York State Assemblyman.
Senate rally for Zohran Mamdani.
We're exactly 2 months away from election day. I want to say good luck. Thank you so much. Zero accomplishments. I want to say now, I never interested in this.
Guys, can you hear me? Put a 1 if you can hear me.
We're not satisfied with making a statement. We're running this race to win this race.
Guys, can you hear me?
On the verge of a victory that will resonate across the
Put a 2 if you can hear me.
world. We've got 6 days left. They've got all the money in the world. What do we got here?
Election day here in New York City.
The red hot Democratic primary.
Your voters end up
It's going to be a victory.
It is 11 p.m. and Zohran Mamdani is on the verge of a major political upset.
Mary, victory in New York City Democratic mayoral primary.
the general election is
Former New York governor says he's staying in the race for New York City's mayor.
They're afraid of this.
Guys, please subscribe. Also, put a 2 if you can hear me. We can hear everything. I don't know if I'm on mute or not. Am I on
They're
mute?
walking in because we have the audacity to believe that we're a city to make it in fact a force.
Guys, can you just tell me if you can hear or not? I assume you can't hear anything because nobody's saying to hear. There he is, finally. At 9 o'clock, 8:57, he finally speaks. He's finally about to speak. Please subscribe, guys.
Thank you all so much. Thank you to our MC, Gianmarco Soresi. Thank you to the elected officials, labor and movement leaders here with us tonight. And thank you to New York's Attorney General Tish James. For years, you have fought the good fight for New Yorkers, and now it's our time to fight for you. There is something special in this room tonight. It's power. It's the power of hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers united, ready to usher in a new day. It is the power of a movement that won the battle over the soul of the Democratic Party. That put Andrew Cuomo's vision of austerity and smallness firmly where it belongs on a ballot line no one's ever heard of. It is power larger than any single person, working together for a New York where dignity is delivered to all. And it is the power of a campaign that for the second time in 5 months stands on the precipice of victory. 3 weeks from tomorrow, we will win again. That is only possible because of you. This campaign has built the largest volunteer effort of any in New York City history. There are 3,200 people in this theater tonight. And alongside all of you, there are over 80,000 more across our city. In Brownsville, in Parkchester, in Flushing, and right here in Washington Heights. New Yorkers who have knocked doors, phone banked, and registered voters, day after day, week after week, month after month. You have worked this hard for one simple reason: to fundamentally reimagine what is possible in New York City. Now, there are some who oppose that vision. Billionaires like Bill Ackman and Ronald Lauder have poured millions of dollars into this race because they say that we pose an existential threat. And I am here to admit they are right. We are an existential threat to billionaires who think their money can buy our democracy. We are an existential threat to a broken status quo that buries the voices of working people beneath corporations. And we are an existential threat to a New York where a hard day's work isn't enough to earn you a good night's rest. And we are absolutely an existential threat to disgraced politicians like Andrew Cuomo, who diminish public trust, harass women, and are unabashed in their desperation to collaborate with Donald Trump and his donors. Let me be clear, this is not a moment for capitulation. We are in a period of political darkness. Donald Trump and his ICE agents are snatching our immigrant neighbors from our city in broad daylight, right before our eyes. His authoritarian administration is waging a scorched earth campaign of retribution against any who dared oppose them, against the courts that dare hold them accountable, and against our trans and queer neighbors for simply daring to be themselves. And again and promise he made to the American people, that he would fight for the working class by taking on the cost of living crisis. Over the last 9 months, we have witnessed the largest wealth transfer from the poor to the rich in history. Trump is like Andrew Cuomo, beholden to billionaires and oligarchs. And like Cuomo, he has bent to their will. The desolation left in his wake has been staggering. Tens of millions of Americans, including millions right here in New York, will lose their Medicaid, their Medicare, their SNAP benefits. Because of Trump's corruption, children will go to sleep hungry. The sick will die. Any way you measure it, our lives have gotten worse. I think of the pastor I sat with just a few weeks ago in East Flatbush. He told me how in September, a young woman from his congregation approached him after church. She told him she was facing a deportation order. He knew her well, and he knew the work she did with young people with disabilities in this city. She told him she couldn't afford an attorney and had no one else. She asked if he would go with her to 26 Federal Plaza. He said yes. Sitting in the courtroom, the judge told her to be ready to leave in the clothes she was wearing. He asked her if she had said goodbye to her family. She began to cry. And then, in what felt like a miracle, the judge changed his mind. He decided he would put her TPS order before the deportation order. For a minute, it seemed as if the danger had passed. But the pastor knew that ICE stood outside. They did not care about a court order because they do not care about the rule of law. He turned to a few court watchers in the room and asked them to go outside first. He asked another man to hold the elevator. He picked up the young woman under her arms, opened the doors, rushed her past ICE agents, into the elevator and down into a waiting car before speeding off back to Brooklyn. Through it all, her feet had never even touched the ground. He told me that it felt like the Underground Railroad. And still he knew she was anything but safe. We are living in the times that we read about. I know that for many of us, when we look back at moments in history that rhyme with today, where tyranny loomed and the state imposed violence with sinister glee, we ask ourselves what we would have done. We need not wonder. That time is now. And I am proud to look out onto this crowd at New Yorkers who, amidst this despair, have continued to believe in a world better than this. With every block walked, every petition signature earned, you have refused to normalize a politics of cruelty, of greed, of exploitation. You have asserted your power. We see that power when nurses and teachers and bus drivers, the hardworking men and women of organized labor, finish their shifts and go straight to a canvas launch. We see it when the same New Yorkers who walk to work dedicate their weekends to fighting for fast and free buses for strangers they will never meet. And we see it when grandparents whose children have long grown into adulthood fight on behalf of universal childcare, so that a young family they've never met on the other side of the city can afford to stay here. With this much darkness, it takes courage to light a new path. As Thomas Sankara once said, fundamental change only comes from the courage to turn your back on the old formulas, the courage to invent the future. Together, that is exactly what we have done. For too long, we have been told to be satisfied with abstractions and strongly worded letters, to be content with a politics built atop the flimsy foundation of only that which we are against, without ever declaring what we are actually for. To accept leaders who would sell us out to the highest bidder. That is not what this movement is, nor will it ever be. We know what we are for, and we will not cap it. A movement by the people and for the people answers only to the people. So, with 22 days until the polls close, let us say what we believe loudly and clearly for the world to know. We believe in the wealthiest city, in the wealthiest nation, in the history of the world, that working people deserve a dignified life. We believe that buses should be fast and free. We believe that housing is far too expensive. We're going to build hundreds of thousands of affordable homes, take on bad landlords, and freeze the rent. And we believe that daycare shouldn't cost as much as a year's tuition at City College. That's why we're going to deliver universal. These are not just slogans. These are commitments. We say that not simply to inspire, but because it is what we will deliver. We believe in schools receive the investments they need, infrastructure made resilient to the growing effects of the climate crisis, and a budget that fully funds our parks and libraries. We believe in public safety that actually delivers safety and justice. We can make this a city where no one is afraid to walk the streets or take the subway. A city where our police officers focus on serious crimes and it is mental health professionals that address the mental health crisis. In New York, we believe in standing up for those that we love. Over the last 9 months, we have watched the man with the most power in the world expend enormous energy targeting those with the least. Whether you are an immigrant, a member of the trans community, one of the many black women that Donald Trump has fired from a federal job, a single mom still waiting for the cost of groceries to go down, or anyone else with their back against the wall, your struggle is ours too. Make no mistake, ours is a movement where we know exactly who and what we are fighting for. We are not afraid of our own ideas. For too long, we have tried not to lose. Now it is time that we win. And I know that since we won on June 24th, there have been some who have questioned whether that we aspire towards is possible. Whether the young people they speak of as the future could also be the present. Whether a left that has critiqued could also be the left that delivers. To that, my friends, I have a very simple answer. Yes. And to those who cannot but believe, who share share our vision but fear allowing themselves to hope. I ask you, when has dignity ever been given? The same questions asked of us were asked of organized labor, were asked of the civil rights movement, were asked of any who had the nerve to demand a future they could not yet see. Could they not wait? Could they not see that they were asking too much? They knew that we do not get to determine the scale of the crisis that we face. We only get to decide how we respond. We know that every great victory must be won because it will never be given. When organized labor won the weekend so that working people would have time to rest, that was power won, not given. When those who came before us marched for voting rights and civil rights, they triumphed because they dared to dream, not because they were given permission by a political establishment content with the status quo. When millions of seniors were lifted from lives of poverty with Social Security, that's because Americans were sick of a bad deal and wanted a new one instead. And the New York was made by those who refused to settle for less. Great leaders like Fiorello LaGuardia taught us that aspiration is something to embrace, not something that we treat as a crime. When we shake loose the shackles of small expectations, our city builds parks and hospitals, and we show the world that ambition and compassion are in fact intertwined. In an age of darkness, New York can be the light, and we can prove once and for all that the politics we practice need not be one of either fear or mediocrity, that power and principle need not live in conflict in City Hall, for we will use our power to transform the principle into the possible. In 12 days, New Yorkers will begin to cast their ballots. We will vote for our next mayor, but more than that, we will make a very simple choice. A choice between democracy and oligarchy. A choice between a city you can afford or more of the same. A choice between a mayor who works for those straining to afford groceries or those straining to buy an election. A choice between the hope of a brighter future and a broken past. For years, in the words of Dr. King, we have been asked to wait for a more convenient season. We have been told that change is not yet quite possible, that it's not yet our turn, that it will come soon enough. We've been told to wait as our friends and neighbors have moved away, told to wait as our city has only grown harder to afford. Told to wait as a good life has drifted out of reach. My friends, we are not afforded the luxury of waiting. Because too often, to wait is to trust those who delivered us to this point. We can demand a government that makes our lives better. We can tell billionaires that this city doesn't just belong to them. We can tell Donald Trump he cannot buy this election. And we can tell Andrew Cuomo that New York City is not for sale.
Please subscribe, guys.
So on the evening of November 4th, when the world learns that we have won again, they will know our answer to the question. We choose the future. Because for all those who say, our time is coming, my friends, our time now.
Talk to some people and then I gotta go. There's just James and other people. So that's the Zohran rally. We're having a smoke. Hope you enjoyed them. There are people who definitely did not on this thread, on this stream. Yay, I'll put up my hand. Yeah, we got it. I get a cigarette. No, I don't miss some people. How about that? Alright, he signs up early. Hey, you know if Hudson McLean is around, he's my little cousin. I heard he's helping out with volunteers and stuff. Although it's so big, you probably don't even know. A guy named Hudson. Oh, Hudson is here, yeah. Oh, cool. You know where? I want to say hi to him.
They were sitting by this left entrance.
Okay, cool.
But they'll be down.
Sweet. Awesome. Thank you. I'll try to find him. I was going to try to find my cousin, if I can. The little cousin volunteer for him. So yeah, guys, please subscribe. Yeah, it's a big theater, big event. We got some JP sale. Yeah, we got a lot of my stream is very open. I'm never gonna find my little cousin. My stream is very open. There's nobody blocks from the chat. Anybody can say what they want.
You couldn't find it?
You know, I bet I could, but then I figure I'd be waiting for like an hour, so I'll just like text them. Yeah, it's not worth it. Thank you though. I'll try to interview somebody. See people's thoughts. Alright, I'll try to talk to a few people. See what's up. See if anybody wants to talk. That guy's got a badass outfit. How you doing?
Hi.
I have a YouTube, so I'm just interviewing people, seeing what they thought about the rally. If you're excited.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
And what issue is most important to you?
I'm sorry?
What issue is most important to you?
Well, I'll tell you. Everybody talks about, people's policies and platform. I think that Zohran stands out the most and inspires us the most because of his character, his intelligence, and his character.
Well put.
Anybody can say all these great ideas. We actually believe him and we trust him. He's proven himself. It's character.
Yeah, he doesn't owe those same favors that Cuomo would owe.
Yeah,
it's a big difference.
If you're electing somebody to a legislative body, they're one out of many. They have one vote. And yeah, their policies, their platforms are important. We're electing one mayor.
Right.
One brain, one heart. One executive. And no matter what he has done in the past and what ideas he has, from the day he takes office, we don't know what he's going to face. We had 9/11, we had COVID, we had all this corruption, and we're electing the person for mayor because of what we believe they will do when they're in office. Character, intelligence. He's got that so much more than any of these other guys. It's a no-brainer.
It's a good way to phrase it. I think you're right. I think you have to look at past history and the lack of corruption, and that he's an advocate for the people versus he doesn't owe his success to the right Democratic clubs or the right power broker or the Democratic boss. You don't really realize that. Yeah, that speaks about, that says everything. How you got here says a lot. And he got here with, I think, kind of pure support. And people who felt like they can't afford to live in the city versus, I sucked up to Vito Lopez, who's a Brooklyn boss or this boss or that boss. And,
listen, I'm a Democrat.
Cool.
I was on the ballot for United States Congress in this district in 22.
Cool. Oh, honor to meet you.
Next year.
I hope you know.
But the corruption up here, and frankly, the corruption in the Democratic parties of most of the counties in New York City is astounding. And I'm a Democrat. Listen, Trump did not win that election so much as the Democrats lost it. And I say that as a Democrat who wants to be a proud Democrat.
Right, you want somebody to fight him now.
What's that?
You want somebody who could actually fight, with a little fight in them to see. Yeah, I mean, to Kamala just kind of let it go without. Sir, good to see you. Thank you. Hey, Gene, good to see you. Like family reunion. But yeah, and she kind of just let it fall by the wayside. You have to somebody who's strong who can kind of protect our democracy.
We have a bunch of state assembly members in Upper Manhattan, Bronx. By law, they have to live in their district for at least a year before they take office.
Right.
We got people who live in Jersey, in Rockland, in Yonkers.
Yeah.
And you know something? When the lobbyists sit down with them and say, we need you to do this, we need you to do that, and they say, well, I don't know if I can, they can look at that assembly member and say, well, how was the traffic coming across the bridge this morning, right?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, that reminds me of old Chris Christie had Cypress and traffic problems before this. The same stuff. That person in power overexerting their control.
What's that?
That person in power overexerting their control, having everything be a vendetta, and that's how you operate. Oh, you're good. You're good. And the last question is, people liked a lot of what you had to say. Might want to vote for you in the future. Can they find you on social media just in case you're on the ballot again?
Not yet.
Okay.
I haven't made a final decision.
Okay. And do you have a way that people can follow you in general, or you're just kind of feeling things out? And
my name is Michael Hano.
Michael Hano. Cool.
Yes.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of people want you to run, so think about it.
I went to elementary school a block and a half from where we're standing.
Cool. So grizzled vet in the community. There are very few of them these days. Thank you. Good to meet you. Cool. We got some interesting people. I gotta grab a cigarette and then I'll talk to some more people. Hope you guys do subscribe. I'm gonna look for my little cousin actually. Maybe I'll find him. Oh, I can't go back in. Well, never mind about my cousin. I can't go back in. Once I'm out, I'm out. I'm here. I'm clear getting used to it. I'm actually going. That was an easier time in my life. Pardon me. So yeah, that was an interesting event. I will give Zohran credit. He spoke for a good 30 minutes. A lot of the people at a rally will only speak for all of 10 or 15, but he gave a long, substantive speech. I always find it interesting on these rallies because they're, it's a lot of people, you get a lot of people here who aren't interested in politics really. The thing is like, why do you have all these people at the rally who nobody really, really knows? Does anybody really know who Regina Gonzalez is? State senator. I do because I pay attention to politics, but most people don't. So I don't really see the point of bringing all those people. But you do you. No one can answer. This is scary. Well, I'll look at the chat. Guys, do subscribe. Probably sign off soon. Unless put a 1 if you want me to interview some more people. Though we did that at the beginning. Thank you, Vicky. Vicky says thank you for covering this. You're welcome. This is an open chat. We got a lot of hatred and love of Zohran on this chat. We got a mix of hatred and love. Tomorrow I'll be covering Curtis Sliwa, so stay tuned for that. And I'll be in 2 days asking people what they thought, or the people who attend to the mayoral debate in person. I appreciate you asking. It's Dodge Landesman.
How do you, Dodge?
Yeah, Dodge like the car. And the way you can easily find me is I used to be a local TV news anchor, but I went against the cult of Scientology that Tom Cruise is a part of. And I got fired. This is much more fun doing this. But if you search Dodge Scientology, it will come up because I got an article in the New York Post and stuff. Yeah, and it's just I have such a weird name, Dodge Landesman. So yeah, just Dodge like the car. Yeah, but if you search Dodge, if you forget the last name, Dodge Scientology.
Landesman?
Yeah, Landesman's the last name.
Landes.
MAN. Yep, exactly.
I can remember that.
Exactly.
All right.
But yeah, maybe I'll be supporting you in the future.
Okay, where do you
connect.
live?
Right now, I can't afford to live here. I grew up in Manhattan, but I'm at my mom's place in Putnam County. That was a little crazy, Jesus.
This is not a
Yeah, that guy's gotta, unless he's Secret Service,
No, he ain't
that guy's
supposed to do
gotta
that.
get a talking to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't just, that's wild, he just walked on he just drove on the,
So you grew up in Manhattan?
yeah, I grew up in
Where?
Manhattan, Gramercy, Greenwich Village, and then Gramercy, so southern side. Southern Midtown, I
You
guess.
went to high school and all here?
Hey, how are you? I want to get your thoughts too.
Good to see you.
What?
I want to get your thoughts too.
Yeah, sure. It's good.
You're everywhere. Good to meet you. Let's keep in touch too.
Are you doing a journalism thing? Is it?
Yeah. What do you think? Well, hey, you're streaming if you don't mind.
Oh, okay. Sure.
What do you think of the rally? Do you feel like he was inspiring? Have you've seen him in person before? So
I've seen him before.
You have.
He's great. I mean, he's a real talent, honestly. But I thought tonight was really good.
Cool.
He delivered the fire, that's for sure.
Are you concerned by any of the polls? I mean, he's still 13 points ahead. Do you think this is much ado about nothing to get Adams to drop out and didn't really mean anything?
Oh, I think Zohran will win either way. I don't really... Cuomo, Adam... I mean, well, Adams dropped already, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Does it make a difference? I mean, people are saying, oh, it's a tighter poll, but Cuomo's still 13 points behind.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Zohran's going to have the majority, I think, in the end, and that's what counts.
Yeah, right.
The idea that Adams was going to be a game changer one way or the other, I don't see it.
And do you think there's any validity to the concern that he hasn't addressed the hostage situation? I say, what does that have to do with New York City?
Nothing. It doesn't
Right.
with New York City. Honestly, all that's the Israel ballot, it's an important issue. We should care a lot about it, but it has nothing to do with the governance of New York City, nothing to do with the affordability, none of that.
It's irrelevant,
I
right.
cannot wrap my head around people who lose their minds over Zohran's position on the Middle East.
Front page of the New York Post. Oh, it's been 12 minutes. You haven't responded.
What the fuck? He's got better, I don't know better things, but he's got a job here, and that's what he's focused on, and that's why I'm voting for him, you know what I mean?
And in the future, Delgado versus Hochul, have you made a decision? So you're a state committeeman. You ran for public advocate, got a lot of support. So your support might mean something. Well, really, because especially they help choose who gets in the ballot. Oh, don't let me interrupt.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I've been getting it for a while. I'll let you guys say hi.
Yeah, I remember.
I'll see you around, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you have a horse in that race or too early?
Well, I mean, I've already got
you on
my
a spot.
preference, of course.
Cool.
Listen, Delgado just released a plan for revamping the New York State Democratic Party, and
Oh,
for
so
what
you have
it's
some
worth, over
a
the
lot
last,
to do with that.
I have a lot to do with
Yeah.
that, but that's not the important part. The important part is, as Zohran Mamdani was saying tonight, over the last, whatever it was, almost 16 years that the Cuomo-Hochul administrations have been going.
Quite a dynasty.
We've lost ground in this state and given way to fucking tyrants. Donald Trump, Kamala Harris underperformed by 11 points in the state. The New York State Democratic Party is doing nothing. We got destroyed in a bloodbath just a couple of years ago, and we were like, oh, we brought it back from the brink because we won a couple of our congressional seats back. Nonsense. These should never be in contention. We are losing it over here, and that's why we need folks like Mamdani, and that is why I think I'm going to go with Delgado unless something radical happens.
That leads me to ask another question. Would you like to see somebody other than Jay Jacobs as the head of the state party?
Yes, and honestly, listen, Hochul could still turn around and start doing things that are good and that I like, and she did endorse Mamdani, which Jay Jacobs won't do. This is our freaking party nominee. Listen, I have a resolution in the state, and I don't talk about
Good for you.
Yeah, a resolution to endorse Mamdani. Jay Jacobs took the fall meeting that we're supposed to have, which we normally have in October, and moved until after the election, so we don't have to vote on it. I don't think he thinks he
So
would
I didn't know that. So the state committee has not issued a resolution endorsing Mamdani.
To be fair, the state committee doesn't normally endorse candidates in localities and municipalities.
I suppose, yeah.
It only matters because we have a prominent Democrat running against the nominee.
Well, there's similar with India Walton. I remember.
Exactly the same.
Yeah,
India Walton was a DSA candidate who won the primary against a long-term Democratic mayor. She beat him in the primary. He runs a write-in campaign. Jay Jacobs declines to endorse.
Doesn't endorse India. Right.
Tacitly supports his buddy, who, by the way, he puts on the DNC later.
Right. And then he gets a nice job at OTB, Byron Brown, afterwards. So I was wondering about
Byron
that.
Brown goes and he wins.
Right.
He beats the Democratic nominee with sort of the bowing out of the entire race by the Democratic Party. How can we? Is this a party or is it just an institution that supports what rich people want? I think we're battling it out right now, and Zohran Mamdani was speaking to that tonight, which I appreciated.
Well, I'm glad you're looking at some of the issues that less people are talking about, which is reforming the Democratic Party, having it be more inclusive, actually involving the people on the ground. And yeah, you know, I admire your work, and you're a state committeeman. I hope you run for office again. If people want to check you out, are you still at benyee.com? Is it
BenjaminYee.com.
BenjaminYee.com. I was close. Go to Benjamin. We got 100 people watching. A lot of people like what you had to say. Yeah. So go to BenjaminYee.com. Are you going to run for anything in the future? Or you performed strongly last time.
I performed pretty well.
Yeah. Almost won Chinatown. Yeah. No. Yeah. Never an
elected.
assemblyman or councilman or nothing.
Honestly, Zohran's inspiring.
Cool.
I believe in this whole. There's a generational struggle happening right now, and I mean.
Yeah. Well, you've been on the right side before it was cool. Like you've been on the actual left, anti-corruption side before it was in.
Like
so I admire that. Yeah. So I'm glad you made it in there. And then, I guess people could volunteer, and things are looking comfortable. What are you going to do as this election?
Well, for this, I'm definitely volunteering. If you haven't signed up to volunteer, they're doing the canvas thing. If you haven't signed up, sign up to go canvas.
Make sure to.
Make some calls if you're from out of state.
Yeah, I'll do that. My mom's house to do that.
This is super important. We got to win this one. Andrew Cuomo is so bad. It's the idea
hilarious.
that anybody supports that dude is just.
It's a paper tiger, and there's no real support. Like at least Curtis Lewa has some support. Even watching the video stuff. So I'll film Zohran, and 100,000 people watch the video. I'll film Curtis like 70, 80,000.
Really?
Pretty good. And I'll film Cuomo 5,000 to 6,000.
Wow.
So there's an amazing difference in enthusiasm, which is fun to watch.
Now, what about Eric Adams? Because the thing that I'm
he got interest. People like to watch him. People like to watch him. He would get like 50, 60,000. Yeah, people like I think I went to only 2 of his before he dropped out.
No, I never wanted to be mayor, but he's a really funny guy.
Yeah, that was an odd. That was last thing. Do you think like the other people running last time around, if they went like full socialist, like Maya Wiley, do you think they might have pulled it off, or was it too early for that at that point? I feel like Zohran was able to leapfrog over perhaps Michael Benjamin and Jessica Ramos because he said, "I'm fully socialist" versus "I'm more left than usual."
If you want the my serious,
good to see you. How are you?
My serious opinion on this, in the election where Adams won, it was too early for that.
Right.
I don't think people would have gone for it because you could see that the coalition or the people coalesced around Catherine Garcia as a technocrat.
Take care. Oh, awesome. I'm honored.
Because at the time it was sort of anti-nepotism, anti-cronyism because of the Trump stuff.
Right.
This time around, I think what ended up happening was if Andrew Cuomo hadn't gotten into the race, I think there was a huge anti-Cuomo sentiment.
Yes.
Mamdani happened to be sort of leading the pack of the second tier, if you will.
Second gen,
and so he ended up becoming a lightning rod, and people paid attention to him. And from there, he was able to capitalize on that. If Cuomo hadn't been in the race, I do think that the centrist and sort of right wing of the party would have ended up pushing Brad Lander.
Interesting.
And Lander might have ended up winning
would have been a happy medium.
Experienced, technocratic one who wouldn't rock the boat.
Yeah.
That's what I think would have happened.
I think that's right. In different circumstances, they don't have to compromise. Well, Ben, I won't keep you forever. You're the best. Thank you.
Good to see
I appreciate
you,
that. Good to see you. All right, guys, I'm gonna tool it. I got it. I think I'm gonna eat right there. I'm gonna eat some Spanish food, Dominican food, have some chicharrones, have some rice. Please subscribe. Love you all. Some of you hate Zohran, some of you love him. But hey, my chat is an open chat. Say whatever you feel comfortable saying. It's disgusting. Love you all. Please subscribe. Bye-bye.